Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us tonight. Some big news out of the state capitol overnight, where lawmakers approved millions in pandemic relief money for struggling businesses. Here's a look at where that $216 million will go. About $88 million is headed for restaurants, bars, and gyms where business is down 30% or more. $14 million was allocated for convention centers and movie theaters. Another $115 million will go to counties, which will then award grants to businesses or nonprofits that are also down more than 30%. This morning, Governor Tim Walz called the funding a critical lifeline, acknowledging what he says is the enormous sacrifice business owners have made for the good of the state. But not all businesses are sure the money will make a big difference, especially as they await word on whether the state's COVID-19 restrictions will be extended. CBS 3's Emma Quinn spoke with a Duluth restaurant owner about the struggles the pandemic has brought and how they're making ends meet.
An overnight announcement from the state capitol allocating $216 million to struggling businesses throughout Minnesota is leaving a glimmer of hope. But only for so long.
We don't have a lot of employees, so we get the minimum amount, but it's wonderful that people will be getting some more money because most of us, our PPP loans are all gone.
Locally owned restaurants like GB Schneider's in West Duluth have struggled during the pandemic, especially with the second round of restrictions, which took effect last month.
We're doing 25% of our normal business. Last time we were doing 60% of our normal business. So we're hurt.
For Sarah's Table Chester Creek Cafe, co-owner Carla Bloomberg says the pandemic has been emotional.
You know, we had to lay so many people off. I mean, typically in a normal day in the summer, we had 20, 25 people in here during the day, and now we have like 8.
To put things into perspective, owners of Sarah's Table say they need to make $2,500 a day in order to break even. On Tuesday, they only made $700.
You know, that's why we need the money to make up that difference between what it costs us to be here and be open. And what we're doing right now, we're just trying to provide sort of a service to our neighborhood.
Some restaurant owners hope Governor Walz will consider lifting restrictions and allow diners indoors. But until then,
what are you going to do? You're not going to whine. Just going to wait. We've been through rough times. We'll get through this too.
As we mentioned, Governor Walz is expected to announce whether he'll extend the state's COVID-19 restrictions tomorrow. His office has not said what time that announcement could come. We'll bring you that live update on air and online.